Now on NBC Connecticut today at 5:30, caught in the act at the casino.
With thousands of cameras here, it's the worst place to commit a crime.
Top police say a Mohegan Sun employee used a hidden camera to prey on women. Plus, on alert, Yale University warning its students about a series of street robberies in the area. And the snow has stopped falling finally, but now new concerns in Buffalo. The progress local crews are making to move all that snow in western New York.
Yeah, big problems for them over the next couple of days, and it has nothing to do with snow falling from the sky. It's warming temperatures and rain. We'll talk more about that. For us, December cold, January cold, but milder weather is in store. Stay with us. NBC Connecticut Today is next.
This is NBC Connecticut Today at 5:30.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us this Saturday, November 22nd. I'm Audrey Washington, along with meteorologist Darren Sweeney, who has a check of your first alert forecast. Good morning, Darren.
Hey, good morning to you, Audrey. Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, thank you for joining us here at NBC Connecticut. The big weather story continues to be the cold air. Average morning low temperature for this time of year right now should be right around 32 degrees. We're at 18 in Mansfield right now, 19 in Woodstock. Joey from Towlin checked in with me at 15 degrees. He tells me that's the coldest temperature he's seen so far this season. This is one of the coldest mornings we have seen thus far. 25 in Chester, 15 degrees in Torrington. Let's take a look at where the temperatures are going, though, as we head throughout the course of the day. It won't be quite as cold as yesterday, but still unseasonably cold. Watch as we head closer toward noon, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock or so. Upper 30s, closing in on 40 degrees along the shoreline. Then we'll drop back temperatures late day. But the trend is going to be for milder air. Things are quiet across the Northeast. The snow has finally stopped in Buffalo, which is good news. Now for us, the change for today is we are going to start mostly sunny. We'll see less wind today as well. And then the clouds will start to increase toward the second half of the day. And we could even have a couple of light showers around overnight tonight. And you may be saying, how can we get showers with all this cold around? Well, temperatures will be moderating as we head into the overnight tonight, but I can't rule out a couple of slick spots as well. We're going to talk more about this coming up in just a few minutes. But these are your high temperatures today. A little better than yesterday, closer toward 40. We should be right around 50. When I come back, we'll talk about some big temperature changes and a couple of storm systems in a 7-day forecast.
All right, Darren, and we're following some breaking news out of Hamden. Whitney Avenue is shut down right now after a car accident. NBC Connecticut's Kate Rayner's live on the scene with more. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning. Well, utility crews just arrived on scene here. Police have the road blocked off because it is a mess out here. They say that there are live wires all over the road and it's not safe. Now, just behind me over there, if you take a look, there are utility crews back there. You can see them working. That's where the crash happened. Now, police are not letting anyone near this crash because of the wires that are down on the roadway. This happened around 4 a.m. Police on scene tell us that a car crashed into a utility pole and describe a small explosion when that pole hit the ground. It also cut off power along this stretch of Whitney Avenue. A tow truck is also on scene here standing by to haul away the car involved in all of this. We're right near Quinnipiac University and we're seeing a number of cars here this morning turning around, drivers trying to find another way around this road closure. But police do tell us that this busy stretch of road could be closed for quite some time. Now, there is no word on the driver or whether or not there were any passengers in the car, but we will continue to follow this developing story and bring you the latest as we get it. Kate Rayner, NBC, Connecticut Today.
All right, Kate, thank you so much. And be on alert. That's the warning Yale University is sending its students this morning. The university sent a campus-wide letter to students warning about a group of unruly teens riding bikes in the area. Officials say the teens are robbing pedestrians and drivers, and many of the robberies happen when students are distracted with activities such as texting. University police are warning students to be alert and to walk around in well-lit areas.
When I decided to come to Yale, that's something I knew I needed to be aware of constantly, especially when you're walking around late at night.
I'm in the architecture school and we have late hours, and just try to walk home with a friend.
Yale police say they've increased security on campus, but still encourage students to use safety measures when traveling at night. And police in Tallinn are investigating an accident that sent 2 people to the hospital. The one-car crash happened on Plains Road just after 7 last night. We're told one person was flown to the hospital by Lifestar. The other was taken by ambulance. No word on the severity of their injuries. And over in New Haven, a city firefighter turned crime fighter yesterday. Police say the firefighter jumped in after a woman had her cell phone stolen by 2 people on Ferry Street. The firefighter and the woman were both stabbed during the scuffle, but they're expected to be okay. Both suspects were arrested and charged with robbery and assault. Now to an update on a troubleshooter's investigation. A Hartford insurance broker is facing federal wire fraud charges. It's been a year since troubleshooter George Colley first told you about Earl O'Garo, the former CEO of Hybrid Insurance. He's accused of illegally steering more than $850,000 in insurance premium payments from the city of Hartford to his personal bank account. Yesterday, O'Garo pleaded not guilty to the charges. And over to Hamden now, where police are asking for your help to find a bank robber. Security cameras were following this man as he walked into the First Niagara Bank on Dixwell Avenue at around 11:30 yesterday morning. Officers say he handed the teller a note and demanded cash, then got away in a Jeep Cherokee. If you recognize the man, call Hamden Police. And West Haven police are investigating after an SUV slammed into the porch of a house last night. Take a look at that. It happened on Ocean Avenue at around 7. No one was hurt. There's no word if the driver will face charges. And getting more guns off the streets. Today, the Stamford Police Department is hosting its 5th gun buyback of the year. Guns will be accepted in exchange for cash. It's all happening today from 10 to 2 at the Stamford Police Department on Bedford Street.
At 6.
And we're still following breaking news out of Hamden. Police are on the scene of a car accident on Whitney Avenue. Police tell us power lines are down, causing problems in the area. NBC Connecticut's Kate Rayner is on the scene with more. Good morning, Kate.
That's right, and we're seeing a number of drivers coming through here having to turn around, find an alternate route because it is a mess here. And police aren't letting anyone near this car crash that happened earlier this morning. They've got a roadblock up, police cars at every end at the parking lot, making sure that no one is in the area. They say that the crash happened around 4 a.m. and that a car struck a utility pole, and they describe a small explosion when that pole hit the ground, saying it knocked out power along this stretch of Whitney Avenue. There's also a tow truck on scene here standing by waiting to pull this car out as they work to repair the damage left behind after this crash this morning. We're right near Quinnipiac University. Again, several cars are having to turn around. One man told us he was trying to get home, and he says he's going to have to take the long way. Police say it could be some time still before they have all of this cleaned up and they're able to reopen reopen the road. Again, there are wires down on the roadway, and they have Whitney Avenue shut down. There is no word on the condition of the driver or whether or not there were any passengers in the car. We will continue to follow this story and bring you the latest as we get it. Kate Rayner, NBC Connecticut Today.
All right, Kate, thanks. And we're also following breaking news out of Newington. Berlin Turnpike is closed between Kitts Lane and Griswoldville Avenue because of a car accident there. Police are not releasing any other information at this time. Stay with NBC Connecticut for the latest.
6:02 now. Let's take a live look here in Hartford. We're looking at a quiet scene this morning, but a very cold scene. Take a look at the numbers here. They speak for themselves. Should be right around freezing. That's the average low temperature for this time of year. It's 14 in Torrington right now, 18 in Mansfield, 16 in Willimantic, 14 in Meriden. Doppler radar is quiet across the northeast. The lake effect snow machine has shut down. Watching a little bit of light precipitation on the left-hand side of your screen there. We'll talk more about that. It could be a shower or two, or maybe even a little patch of freezing drizzle overnight tonight as some milder air begins to work on in. This is Exact Track, and we'll take you through the morning. No problems or issues. A lot of sunshine, less wind for today. Will make it feel a little bit more comfortable. Watch as we head into the afternoon. Some of those clouds begin to work on in. And again, overnight tonight, temperatures will be marginal in a couple of towns. It certainly will be much milder tonight compared to last night and this morning. Watch here, a couple of specks on Exact Track. And again, a couple of towns could be seeing temperatures that'll be close to that freezing point, but I think they'll be rising throughout the course of the overnight. So the coldest weather is occurring right now, and it's almost in the rearview mirror. Today, we're closer toward that 40-degree mark. And then as we head into the next couple of days, 60s are back on the map. We'll talk about that in a very changeable, somewhat stormy 7-day forecast.
Darren, thanks. Well, the New York State Thruway reopened yesterday, and the snow has finally stopped falling in western New York. The snow is now being blamed, though, for at least 13 deaths. The big dig out still continues this morning. NBC Connecticut's Tara Joyce is in West Seneca, New York, with more.
This morning, I want to show you the sheer power of the equipment the Connecticut DOT sent out here to Western New York. Take a look at this. They are clearing streets in just a matter of moments. Connecticut DOT says they sent the biggest and the best, and they are putting it all to good use. They spent the day clearing 9 roads in Orchard Park, and when it turned to night, it was on to the next one.
We are heading to West Seneca to do another 9 roads.
One quick stop. Then Connecticut's DOT crews were right back at it.
Left on Baker and it goes all the way into where we gotta go.
This is how they've been operating since they left for Western New York Thursday morning. Each and every day making appreciated progress. So say the helpers.
This is too much work for the local crews. Without outside help coming in, we couldn't handle it.
And the ones that still need it. What do you think, Connecticut coming to help?
Great, I love you guys.
While you may not know the towns they're working on now, you definitely know where they came from.
I'm from Union. There's guys here from Glastonbury, East Windsor, They're kind of scattered all over Connecticut.
All areas making the state proud, more than 400 miles away.
We're gonna run 24 hours until we go home.
Still going strong?
We are.
Right now, the plan is for the Connecticut DOT crews to head back to Connecticut on Monday. Of course, that is subject to change. They say they are ready to stay as long as their help is needed. We are reporting in West Seneca. Tara Joyce, NBC Connecticut News.
All right, Tara, and a former Mohegan Sun employee is accused of looking up the skirts of co-workers with a camera attached to his shoe. Police say the incident happened inside the employee cafeteria. They say 62-year-old James Johnson would stand behind female employees wearing skirts and place his shoe underneath to get pictures. While searching his home, police say they found more images along with child pornography.
This is things that were occurring more off-site, throughout the community than here. It's just because of all the safeguards we have here, we're able to detect that type of thing.
Casino officials say there is no indication any patrons were victimized. Johnson is now facing several charges, including voyeurism and possession of child pornography. We're following a developing story out of Simsbury. Police are still trying to figure out how an insurance executive died after being found in the road. Police say they found 54-year-old Melissa Millan on Iron Horse Boulevard Thursday night. She died from her injuries, but police are still not sure what caused them. Millan was a senior vice president at Mass Mutual. The company praised her leadership and remembered her deeply caring nature. And there were missed opportunities to provide Sandy Hook shooter Adam Lanza treatment for mental health problems. That's the finding of a new report by the Office of the Child Advocate. In the report, Lanza is described as having severe and complex mental problems as early as 3 years old. But his parents chose to manage and accommodate his disabilities instead of treat them. An evaluation from the Yale Child Study Center in 2007 determined that strategy would lead to isolation and dysfunction. But Lanza was not treated after the evaluation. To read the entire report, you can just go to our website, NBCConnecticut.com. And coming up, despite recent rape accusations, there's still a show of support for Bill Cosby. We'll take you to Florida, where there was a huge crowd turnout.
All right, 6:07, live pictures in the capital city looking